Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. I think it's okay. Hello, hello. Okay. Let's start. Let me do the intro. In this stream, I'll be reading English sentences and learning new vocabs. And whenever I come across a word which I don't know the meaning, I'll look it up and read some example sentences to understand it better. And for the first 10 minutes, I'll review words from previous sessions. And for the next 40 minutes, I'll focus on new vocabs. So let's start with review time. Review time. Okay. I haven't updated the list of the review time words, so it's kind of old, but let's do it. First one. Authentically. 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 Authentic. Authentic means like kind of similar to the word genuine or doing something properly. Authentically. 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 Let's see. In a way that accurately represent how something really is. The food is authentically Mexican. He authentically recreates a classic soul sounds. Good. Probe. 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 I think it means kind of similar to the word research. Probe. Research with tools. So you can say something like, the detective probes the case. Not sure. Let's see. To examine something with a tool, especially in order to find something that is hidden. I'll need more time to probe this data if you want me to get any proper insights from it. Detectives questioned him for hours, probing for any inconsistencies in his story. Good. Optimize. 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 I know what it means, but I cannot really explain it. Optimize. To make something as good as possible. Optimize. So you can say something like, I optimized this software for my usage. I think it's kind of same as adjust. To make something as good as possible. I was right. You should optimize your phone's storage by deleting unused apps. I need to optimize my morning routine so I can get to work on time. What's the difference between adjust and optimize? Wait, let's see. Today I have a new AI tool. Wait. This one. What's the difference between adjust and optimize? Wait, my keyboard is in Japanese. Let me change it. Okay. What's the difference between adjust and optimize? あれ What is the difference between adjust and optimize? Let's see how it works. Key differences between adjust and optimize. While both words refer to making change or improvements, they have distinct meanings. Adjust, definition to make change or adjustment in a situation, process, or system. The manager adjusted the marketing budget to account for increased production cost. She adjusted her workout routine to include more cardio exercises. Optimize. To find the best possible way to achieve something, to make it efficient, effective, or optimal. The company optimized its supply chain by streamlining manufacturing processes and improving logistics. The new smartphone app optimized its performance and reduced battery life. In summary, adjust focuses on making changes in a specific context, while optimize emphasizes finding the most efficient or effective way to achieve something. So the goal is different. Adjust is to make change. Making change itself is the goal. But optimize is to achieve something effectively. Nice. This chat works. Let's go back to review time. And good. Immensely. Ooh, immensely. Immensely. I forgot. Immensely. Is it like extremely? Immensely. Oh, extremely. You are immensely helpful in finishing this project. She's an immensely talented young athlete. Nice. Coherent. 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 Coherent means it's an adjective to say something is logical and reasonable. Coherent. Coherent. His document is always coherent, easy to understand. Something like that. If an argument, set of ideas, or a plan is coherent, it is clear and carefully considered, and each part of it connects to follows in a natural or reasonable way. When she calmed down, she was more coherent, able to speak clearly and be understood. Kevin's always really coherent, so I'm a bit surprised that you found him unclear. I can't believe you anymore. There is no coherence between what you're saying and what you're doing. Coherent. I think I'm gonna put it no. Intricate. Intricate. Intricate means intricate. I think it's something like complicated pattern. Intricate. Intricate. The design of this chart is intricate. Or am I misunderstanding with other words? Intricate. Having a lot of small parts that are arranged in a complicated or delicate way. 合ってるね。Intricate focuses on detailed and skillful design, often with a positive connotation, while complicated emphasizes difficulty or confusion, often with a neutral or negative connotation. I love how intricate the patterns are on these charts. The watch mechanism is extremely intricate and very difficult to repair. Good. The last one. Autonomous. Autonomous means independent, something that can decide things by itself. Autonomous. This robot is autonomous. It can move by... It can move by itself. It can move... I don't know. Independent and having the power to make your own decisions. I'm very excited about the launch of autonomous taxis, but I'm also a bit worried about how safe they are. Independent is broader and can apply to various aspects of self-reliance. Autonomous often implies a formal or official self-governance or self-operation. Good. Okay. 62%. Let's do it in the next stream again. Restart flashcard. Okay. So let's move on to today's section. And close this and this one. So in the last stream, I did, I think, chapter 20 and chapter 21, 2 chapters. So in this stream, let's do chapter 22 and hopefully chapter 23 as well. Let's do chapter 22. Chapter 22 is about warfare. Let me drink water. Okay. Let's see the first sentence. First one. What constitutes a just war? What constitutes a just war has been debated for thousands of years. Some assert that it's never justified in any scenario, while others believing there are certain situations where it is undeniably warranted, rejected this view. What constitutes a just war? Wait, just war? Just war has been debated for thousands of years. Some assert that is never justified in any scenario. Some assert. I think it's kind of similar to the word opinion. Some opinion that is never justified in any scenario, while others believing there are certain situations where it is undeniably warranted, reject this view. Warranted. Guarantee? No. Let's see assert first. Assert. To state a fact or belief confidently and forcefully. He asserts that she stole money from him. He assert. Insist と一緒か? To state a fact or belief confidently and forcefully. During the debates, she asserted her position on the issue with conviction. I think it's almost similar to the word insist, but let's see. What is the difference between insist and assert? Insist and assert. While both words convey a sense of requiring or demanding something, they have distinct meanings. Insist, to demand or require someone to do something. To insist strongly or something. To insist. They use the word insist. Example sentences. She insisted that her child attend school every day. He insisted that the new policy would be enforced strictly. It's hard to pronounce. On the other hand, assert means to state one's opinion. To state one's opinion, needs, or feeling without being forceful or aggressive. To express oneself confidently and clearly. She asserted her opinion by wearing a "I'm with her" t-shirt at work. He asserted his independence by not conforming to societal norms. Insist emphasizes demanding or requiring something strongly, while assert highlights expressing oneself confidently and clearly. So it's a bit different. Let's put it this one here. Insist versus assert. Okay. Assert. To state a fact or belief confidently and forcefully. Confidently and forcefully. Insist. What was the example of insist? She insisted that her child attended school every day. But can I interchange with the word assert in this context? She assert. Can I interchange with assert in this sentence? I wanted to. In most cases, you can use assert instead of insist, but there might be slight variations depending on the context. Often used when you are demanding or commanding someone to do something. Assert might be preferred over insist. When stating your opinion, I think we should go to the beach today. In this case, asserting implies expressing your opinion clearly. Can you please insist that everyone wears their seatbelts? まあいいか。Insist emphasizes demanding or requiring something strongly, while assert highlights expressing oneself confidently and clearly. Wait. Insist. To say firmly or demand forcefully, especially when others disagree with or oppose what you say. Okay. So it's like in a debate, you can use insist. But it's kind of interchangeable, it seems. Wait, let me use ChatGPT too. Let me log in. Sorry. これをこうしてこう。んで、こうして、こうして、こう。OK。And then こうしてNo こうしてこうTo say something strongly and firmly and not accept disagreement. It often shows emotion, pressure, or refusal to back down. She insisted that she was telling the truth. He insisted on paying for dinner. I insist you take a break. Assert. To state something clearly and confidently as true or a fact. More formal, calm, and used in writing or debate. The lawyer asserted that his client was innocent. She asserted her right to speak. He asserted his authority as team leader. In this sentence, can I interchange assert with insist? If you're sending some assert that it is never justified in any scenario, you're asking, can we change assert to insist? Short answer, yes, you can change it, but the tone and nuance will change slightly. Neutral, formal, intellectual tone. Just means some people state confidently that war is never justified. Common in essay, article, or academic writing. Stronger, more emotional tone. Implies they are very firm or even refusing to accept disagreement. Okay. Got it. So it's more stronger than assert insist is. Okay. Warranted means deserved. If something is warranted, there is a good reason for it and it can be accepted. Do you think capital punishment for littering is warranted? Your hard work has definitely warranted this promotion. Deserve. これはじゃあ一緒か。Are deserve and warranted same meaning? Warranted. 合ってるか？ Warranted. Wait, how do I pronounce this one?
Warranted.
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 Warranted. Similarities. Deserve focuses on merit and deservability, while warrant emphasizes justification and probability. Okay. Warranted, deserved. What constitutes a just war has been debated for thousands of years. Some assert that it is never justified in any scenario, while others believing there are certain situations where it is undeniably warranted. Reject this view. This is difficult. But I'm on the side of it is never justified in any scenario. There is always a way to solve something without force. Okay, next one. Opponents of warfare. Opponents of warfare under any circumstance typically argue that war is expensive and traumatic and causes unnecessary loss of life, so it must be avoided. They also claimed it leads to social issues such as internally displaced people and refugees. So opponents of warfare. Opponents means people who are against it. Opponent, a person who disagrees with something and speaks against it or tries to change it. The team celebrated their victory over their longtime opponents. I respect my opponent's skills, but I'm confident I can win. So opponents of warfare, people who are against of warfare under any circumstance, typically argue that war is expensive. Expensive. War is expensive and traumatic and causes unnecessary loss of life. This is the big one. So it must be avoided. They also claimed it leads to social issues such as internally displaced people and refugees. Displaced, having been forced to leave your home, for example by a war or dangerous event. Thankfully, even though thousands of people were displaced by the tsunami, no lives were lost. They distribute food and other aid to displaced civilians. Okay, displace. On the other hand, those of the opinion that war can be justified often cite provocation. Provocation means like to cause anger or to make someone angry, right? Cite. Cause, I don't know. Infringement of a country's sovereignty and other country abusing its power to commit crimes against its own citizens as just goes to wage war. Well, this one is difficult. On the other hand, those of the opinion that war can be justified often cite provocation. Cite, similar to reference. To mention something as proof for a theory or as a reason why something has happened. It sucks that my report was turned down just because I forgot to cite references. She cited 3 reasons why people get into debt. Provocation. An action or statement that is intended to make someone angry. He loses control at the slightest provocation. Often cite provocation. Often reference an action or statement that is intended to make someone angry. Okay. Infringement. Breaching. An action that breaks a rule or law. Uploading someone's line conversation onto Twitter is complete infringement of their privacy, isn't it? Yes. The report argues that the penalty for online infringement of copyright should be increased. Okay, infringement means breaching. Gotcha. Sovereignty. Am I pronouncing right? Sovereignty. There is R. Sovereignty. Means the power of a country to control its own government. Talks are being held about who should have sovereignty over the island. Sovereignty. And other country abusing its power to commit crimes. And other country abusing its power to commit crimes against its own citizens as just goes to wage war. むずいな. So on the other hand, who support war can be justified in some circumstances, often reference provocation. The reaching of a country's sovereignty. The power of a country to control its own government. What? 日本語で見ます。一方で戦争は正当化され得るとする人たちはよく相手国からの挑発行為や国家主権の侵害、そして相手国が権力乱用によって自国民に罪を犯した場合など宣戦布告の大義名分として挙げている。Okay. Often cite provocation. The reason of the war is provocation or infringement of country's sovereignty. So someone breach some country's sovereignty, and another country abusing its power to commit crimes against its own citizen. So other country commit crime against own country ってことか。As just goes to wage war. What is wage war? Wage war. Hey, thank you for your comment. Thank you. Blue Kitty. Wage war. To describe intense or sustained efforts to achieve a particular goal. To describe intense or sustained efforts to achieve a particular goal. In the business world, companies often wage war against their competitors to gain market share. Sometimes individuals have to wage war against their own inner demons to overcome personal challenges. Wage war. What is it in Japanese? Wage war. 宣戦布告ってことか。To describe intense or sustained efforts to achieve a particular goal. Is it? What is the meaning of wage war? A term that describes a situation where wages are artificially inflated or manipulated to maximize profits. Here's a breakdown. An economic strategy used by companies to increase labor cost and prices, often through unfair practices such as, what is that? Price gold. What is this? Wage creep. I don't really get it. To start and carry out a war or serious conflict, it means to actively fight a war, usually officially, with a planning and intention. This is more like it. Right. Okay. Wage to conduct or carry out. So wage war, to conduct war. Example, the country decided to wage war against its neighbor. It started and fought a war. They vowed to wage war on terrorism. Metamorphical use. They will fight against terrorism seriously and actively. The rebels waged war on the government for years. They continuously fought against the government. You can also say wage a campaign, wage a battle, or even wage war on poverty. So it's not always about military war. Gotcha. Okay. Just goes to wage war. Start the war. On the other hand, those of the opinion that war can be justified often cite provocation. Just provocation cannot be the reasonable to have a war, though. Infringement of a country's sovereignty and another country abusing its power to commit crimes against its own citizens as just goes to wage war. Gotcha. Okay, last sentence. Both sides generally agree that there are rules and codes of ethics that should not be violated in times of war, such as bans on violence against civilians and vulnerable populations, including elderly, injured, and sick. Vulnerable populations. It's not including kids, though. Elderly, injured, and sick. Both sides generally agree that there are rules and codes of ethics that should not be violated in times of war. Also, like using, what was it? I forgot the word. Using the chemical stuff too. Violated, to break or act against something, especially a law, agreement, principle, or something that should be treated with respect. Okay. Assert, warranted, deserves. Displaced, having been forced to leave your home. Cite, reference. Infringement, breaching. Sovereignty, power of government. The power of a country to control its own government and wage war. Okay. Done. 10:45. Can we do one more? I guess. Okay, let's do it. Chapter 23. Chapter 23 is about politics. Let's go. Wait. Okay. The first sentence. As political system and ideologies such as authoritarianism and totalitarianism typically deprive people of basic human rights, cause corruption and bribery, and do not reflect the will of citizens. Democratic regimes have become the dominant form of government around the world. I think this chapter is difficult. Probably I'm gonna do it in the next stream. Regimes. So long.
Authoritarianism.
Huh?
Authoritarianism.
Wait.
Authoritarianism.
Authoritarianism. Oh no, I cannot say it. Okay, let's do it in an extreme. I think it's gonna take some time to finish this chapter. Okay. So it's a bit early to finish it, but let's finish here, or I can do another a little bit of review time instead. Let's do it like until 10:55 or something. Okay. Conventional. God. Traditional and ordinary. It's awesome how Ben challenges conventional wisdom by going his own research. His taste in music is pretty conventional. He likes all the popular songs. Administrative means some works that is the administrative. Clerical と似てるけどね。Administrative. Some work that needs to be decided. Relating to arrangements and work that is needed to control the operation of a plan or organization. I spend so much time on administrative tasks during a day that I usually don't get around to doing actual work until I get home. She handles all the administrative tasks like scheduling meetings and managing office supplies, managing schedule, supervising staff or clerical works, handling office budget, organizing meetings and events, making decisions or coordinating project, managing office resources. Administrative. That's like some work that can be done by manager or accountant. Pave the way. Pave the way means to make something possible, right? Pave the way. Or to make something clear. So you can say something like, the teacher's advice paved the way of my career. So something like that. If something paves the way for or to something else, it makes the other things possible. It's completely up to you to pave the way for your own career. Education and training can pave the way for career advancement. Weave. 編むだよね。編む。How do I say it? Weaves. I cannot. To form something from several different things, or to combine several different things in a complicated or skilled way. I've been told that this shirt is really expensive because it was woven in Italy using some specialty technique. He kept weaving in and out of traffic, but he still couldn't get much farther ahead. Endangerment. To damage, to get damage or something. Endangerment. I forgot. To expose to danger. Leaving a baby in a hot car is considered child endangerment. He got arrested for reckless driving and endangerment of others on the road. His actions were careless and led to the endangerment of everyone around him. Take something in stride. Take something in stride means to deal something calmly. So you can say, he always takes problem in stride, calmly and logically. To deal with a problem or difficulty calmly and not to allow it to influence what you are doing. I admire how he just takes everything in stride. When you become a politician, you soon learn to take criticism in stride. Far-reaching, 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 powerful impact. Far-reaching, His influence is far-reaching. Something far-reaching has a great influence on many people or things. These new laws will have far-reaching benefits for all working mothers. Climate change is a global issue with far-reaching consequences for future generations. The invention of the smartphone had far-reaching impact on how we communicate. Okay, last one. Enacted. Enact means to take an action or to make something active. So enact. You can say the company enacted a new policy that allows us to work remotely. To put something into action, especially to make something law. In the context of the sentence below, it can be interchangeable with perform. The company decided to enact a policy that allows employees to work from home on Fridays. The school drama club will enact a scene from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet at the talent show. Good. Okay, let's finish here. It's been a while to do this stream. I've been kinda lazy. I'm into the game called Ripple a lot, and I kinda wanted to do it on a stream, so maybe sooner I'll do it, but it's not related to something on my channel, so maybe it's gonna be unarchived or some, I don't know, still thinking, but let's finish for now. Thank you for watching and see you in the next stream. Oops. Bye.